Did you know that at its peak, the Mauryan Empire, which existed from 322 to 185 BCE, covered an area greater than the Roman Empire at its zenith? Let's take a moment to dive into this forgotten empire. The Mauryan Empire was an ancient Indian power that stretched from the Himalayas in the north to the Deccan Plateau in the south. It was a colossal empire, with a reach that extended far beyond the Indian subcontinent. This empire was not just about size though, it was a beacon of intellectual thought, cultural richness, and political innovation. The achievements of the Mauryan Empire were monumental. The empire was recognized for its sophisticated system of administration and effective governance. It had a well-structured bureaucracy that ensured the smooth functioning of the empire, with separate departments for various affairs. The Mauryan Empire also championed economic prosperity and societal welfare, with a focus on agriculture and trade. One of the key figures who played a pivotal role in establishing this empire was Chanakya, also known as Kautilya. He was a teacher, philosopher, economist, jurist, and royal advisor. His ingenious political strategies and statecraft provided the bedrock for the formation and consolidation of the Mauryan Empire. His treatise, the Arthashastra, is regarded as one of the earliest treatises on political thought and economics, and it continues to influence scholars globally. The influence of the Mauryan Empire was far-reaching. It not only unified the Indian subcontinent under one rule, but also set the stage for the spread of Buddhism across Asia. The Ashokan edicts, inscriptions carved on pillars by Emperor Ashoka, one of the most famous Mauryan rulers, were a testament to the empire's commitment to moral and social responsibilities. Despite its significant contributions, the Mauryan Empire is often overlooked in mainstream history. It's like a hidden gem, a forgotten empire that once ruled with grandeur and wisdom. So why is this vast empire not as well known as others? This brings us to our main topic, the distortion of Indian history. Many of us have learned about Indian history through textbooks, but how accurate are these sources? This is a question that opens up a Pandora's box of biases, inaccuracies, and deliberate distortions that have been woven into the fabric of our knowledge. Let's start with the misrepresentation of key events and figures. For instance, the Indian Rebellion of 1857, often taught as a Sepoy Mutiny, was far more than a military revolt. It was a widespread uprising against British colonial rule, involving diverse sections of society, yet it's often downplayed as a localized military event. Similarly, the significant contributions of countless regional heroes like Rani Padmini of Chittor, Lachit Borphukan of Assam, and Velu Nachiyar of Tamil Nadu are often overlooked, if not entirely omitted. The issue stretches even deeper when we examine the portrayal of ancient India. The Indus Valley Civilization, one of the world's oldest urban cultures, is frequently overshadowed by the Greek and Roman civilizations. The rich tapestry of Indian intellectual and scientific contributions during the Golden Age under the Gupta Empire is often minimized or ignored, despite its lasting global impact. Why does this distortion happen, you might wonder? One reason is the colonial influence. During their rule, the British aimed to legitimize their control by portraying India as a primitive and chaotic land that needed civilizing. This narrative was then perpetuated in textbooks, painting a skewed picture of Indian history. Another reason is the political agenda. Textbooks are often used as tools to shape national identity and promote certain ideologies. This can lead to the glorification of some aspects of history, while others are conveniently forgotten or misrepresented. In this way, the textbooks we've trusted to teach us about our past have often told us a story that is partial, biased, and incomplete. The distortion of Indian history in textbooks is not just about incorrect facts. It's about the erasure of identities, the suppression of voices, and the manipulation of collective memory. As we can see, the information we've learned from textbooks is not always the whole truth. And this brings us to the question, how do we rectify these distortions and reclaim the authentic narrative of Indian history? Let's explore that in the next scene. There are countless heroes in Indian history whose stories have been lost or misrepresented over time. Let's take a moment to remember some of these forgotten warriors, their contributions, and how their narratives have been distorted or forgotten. Rani Padmini, a queen of Mewar, stands tall among these heroes. A symbol of honor, valor, and dignity, she chose to self-immolate, a practice known as jauhar, rather than submit to the invading sultan. Yet her story has often been romanticized, her bravery overshadowed by the supposed beauty that drove a man to war. Next, we turn to the Rani of Jhansi, Lakshmibai, another queen who etched her name in the annals of history. A symbol of resistance against British rule in the Indian Rebellion of 1857, her tactical acumen and fearlessness in battle have been diluted in textbook narratives, reducing her to a mere widow who took up arms. And then, there's Birsa Munda, a tribal leader from the late 19th century. A freedom fighter and a folk hero, he led the Munda Rebellion against British colonial rule, using guerrilla warfare techniques. His struggle for tribal rights and his battle against exploitative land policies have been overlooked, his name scarcely remembered outside his home state. These are but 3 examples in a sea of forgotten heroes, each of them held the reins of change, steering the course of Indian history. Yet their narratives have been distorted, their contributions undervalued, their names often lost among the pages of textbooks. Their stories are entwined with the fabric of India, their actions echoing through time. They fought battles, led rebellions, and made sacrifices that shaped the nation. Yet their stories have been subtly altered, their deeds minimized, their sacrifices overlooked. These heroes deserve recognition for their contributions, but their stories have been twisted or buried in the annals of history. Ancient India was a hub of scientific and technological advancements, many of which have been misunderstood or misinterpreted. Let's delve into a time machine and journey back to a period where science blossomed in the Indian subcontinent, where scholars were making strides in fields like mathematics, medicine, and astronomy. The legacy of these achievements is often misinterpreted or not given its rightful place in mainstream history. One of the most groundbreaking contributions of ancient India to the world is the concept of zero. This seemingly simple numeral plays a crucial role in arithmetic operations and mathematical calculations. However, its origin story is often overshadowed or misattributed. The mathematical genius of ancient India is further exemplified by the invention of decimal system and the concept of infinity. Then we have the ancient practice of Sushruta Samhita, believed to be one of the earliest comprehensive guides on surgery. The text details over 300 surgical procedures, including complex ones like cataract surgery and cesarean sections. But have we really acknowledged the audacity of these ancient surgeons who, without any modern equipment, were performing intricate operations? Let's gaze upwards now, to the realm of astronomy. Ancient Indian astronomers had an advanced understanding of celestial bodies, their movements, and their effects on Earth. They accurately calculated the length of a solar year, and had even proposed the idea of gravitation centuries before Isaac Newton. Yet, their work is often overlooked or misinterpreted in popular narratives. The misinterpretation of ancient Indian science is not only a distortion of history, but it also deprives us of a rich cultural heritage, a heritage that has the potential to inspire future scientific explorations. These overlooked accomplishments serve as a reminder of how our understanding of history can be skewed. How, by not acknowledging the true origins of these advancements, we can inadvertently create a biased narrative. The distortion of historical facts not only misrepresents our past, but also undermines the significant contributions of our ancestors. Our task then is to rectify these distortions, to give credit where it is due, and to celebrate the true pioneers of science and technology. Understanding the distortion of Indian history is the first step towards setting the record straight. It's like peering into a mirror that has been warped over time. The image reflected back is not a true representation, but a distorted version of reality. Recognizing this distortion is the first step towards seeing the truth. The importance of unbiased historical research cannot be overstated. It's the foundation upon which our understanding of the past is built. Without it, we're left with a skewed perception of events, cultures, and people. This is particularly true for Indian history, where the narrative has often been shaped by the perspectives of the colonizers rather than the colonized. To rectify these distortions, it's crucial to delve into primary sources, first-hand accounts, and indigenous perspectives. These voices, often overlooked in mainstream narratives, offer a more holistic view of Indian history. They present a rich tapestry of diverse cultures, advanced scientific knowledge, and influential figures who have shaped not just India, but the world. In recent years, there have been various initiatives aimed at correcting these distortions. For instance, there are dedicated scholars and historians who are tirelessly working to bring the forgotten heroes, overlooked empires, and misrepresented scientific achievements into the limelight. These efforts are crucial in ensuring that the younger generations grow up with an accurate understanding of their country's history. Furthermore, there's a growing demand for an accurate representation of history in textbooks. These textbooks, after all, shape the minds of the future. They have the power to either perpetuate distortions or challenge them. By integrating unbiased research into these textbooks, we can ensure that the distorted mirror is slowly, but surely, straightened out. As we delve deeper into our history with an open mind, we discover a rich and diverse past that deserves to be accurately remembered and celebrated. The journey towards correcting historical distortions is long and arduous, but it's a path worth treading. For in understanding our past, we gain a better comprehension of our present and a clearer vision for our future.